Come on, man.
It's grueling, downright brutal, and at times borders on physical torture.
I'm beat. For real.
Why are you letting go, Sapper?
It's the Sapper Leader Training Course for combat engineers. Conducted in the backwoods of Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, it's one of the toughest combat schools in the Army.
This is a dirty, nasty, tough course, and it's going to test you in ways that perhaps some people just don't want to be tested.
And the only combat training course that accepts women. First Lieutenant Audrey Moten and Second Lieutenant Carly Turnage have signed up to try to earn the coveted titles Sapper. Both are graduates of West Point. Moten was in the 7th grade on 9/11. She decided then she would join the Army.
I'm just very competitive, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, you can do this.
Turnage comes from a strong military family. Her father was a Green Beret.
I'm still here to prove myself and prove that I can do the same things that the guys can do.
But here, each must prove herself not as a woman, but as a soldier.
Well, they have to. The standard doesn't change just because they're a woman.
Over 28 days with little sleep or food, these 38 soldiers will go through living hell.
It's all part of pushing them to their limit and beyond it.
If I can do it, I can do it. If I can't, then, dang it on me, but I try my hardest.
That includes the buddy rappel. Moten ropes down a 100-foot cliff with a wounded soldier strapped to her back.
Lane 6, off, rappel!
Then runs for cover with soldier and all. Turnage easily pulls it off and earns a high five from her battle buddy.
Anybody with the right mindset can definitely do it.
These sappers don't get any slack. If they can't cut it, they're out. No excuses, no exceptions, men or women. But the worst is yet to come. It's 4 a.m., morning drills with a 400-pound boat.
I think we've identified the weakest link. He's right here in front of me.
Moten takes some heat.
Back straight. You still have your butt in the air.
Daylight brings no relief. Turnage and Moten are determined to gut it out. 7 men have already quit, but they're hanging on with 14 days to go. Jim Miklashevsky, NBC News, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. At the crack of dawn, these soldiers are planning an attack on the enemy. For Second Lieutenant Carly Turnage and First Lieutenant Audrey Moten, it will be their last combat mission.
Lane 2 on Jumar, climb!
For 28 grueling days, they've painfully struggled through the Army's Sapper Leader Course for combat engineers, inch by exhausting inch.
Yeah, a little worn out, but it's fun.
It's the only combat training course open to women, and in the past 12 years, only 54 women have made the grade.
Every day I think I have something to prove. Just because you're a female, and that's the way it is.
Turnage walks point on the assault operation, the Sapper equivalent of final exams. The objective, take out a terrorist cell. In what looks like controlled chaos,
Two's clear?
they take down their target.
We're clear!
Mission accomplished. But the larger battle for these women is far from over. The women who've made it through Sapper School have proven they've got what it takes and can do everything the men can do. Everything except go into ground combat. Pentagon policy now prohibits women from serving in a ground combat role. The Army and Marines will soon admit women to some combat training, but only as an experiment.
So send females to those schools so they can be just as prepared as their male counterparts.
Turnage argues in some respects, women are better prepared.
I think that mentally and emotionally, women are stronger than men in some cases. And it's really just about finding the right type of woman to do it.
It's decision day. Both Turnage and Moten made the cut. They're still barred from combat, but that fight goes on.
We're getting there, everything's a process.
I think that over time, more and more women will start to prove themselves.
If you just keep letting women get the same training as our male peers, there's never going to be a question like, is it a male or a female?
And for now, as full-fledged sappers, they'll forever be recognized as leaders. Jim Miklashevsky, NBC News, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
biology, man.
Oh yeah.